The most dangerous thing that can happen to a human being is to be ignorant.
Today it is my task to cleanse those blood that was spilled here in Africa, especially in South Africa. Today is the unity. If you've seen today, all nations were here today.
Let us educate our people. Those who are coming now, welcome them. They are your brothers and sisters. Please, I beg of you, let's unite. Let's form one unity in this continent. God loved us so much that he gave us the minerals. God loved us so much that he even chose this continent to create what we call the Garden of Eden. I don't know if you know that Jesus Christ once lived in Ethiopia in a place called Abyssinia.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of The Roots of Africa. In today's episode, we are going to highlight how it was at the launch. We're going to have King Bhungane of Embo Kingdom, Dr Melida Harris Barrow, founder and chairperson of the 6th Region Chamber of Commerce, and Ms. Krishna Kamarena Sajan. Welcome and enjoy the program. This program is proudly brought to you by Equity Bank Diaspora Uganda Limited. Our contact person is Winfred Warui. Contact her on her cell phone number, email address, WhatsApp, and for more information, visit the website.
If I'm allowed, it's just to highlight a significant history in my life. At the tender age of 15, I was the youngest prisoner. In Robben Island. It's 15 or 17 somewhere now, or 18 somewhere. But that was my age. I was very young, a young boy. So I had an opportunity in prison to be around the creme de la creme of the South African Revolution. If I raise names like Nelson Mandela, Governor Mbeki, and other great leaders that are not mentioned in the history of South Africa. I remember one leader was sentenced in 1963, sentenced to a period of 20 years in prison. He was a person who was of a working class background, a member of the trade union, who became more like my father in prison. His name, may his soul rest in peace, his name was Kanik. He taught me the worker struggle. He taught me non-racialism. He taught me the broaderness of the nationalism. I'm raising these things because this became a foundation for me to understand the history of our people. In prison, there were different scholars who were sentenced to different terms in prison. You would find the Pan-Africanists, you would find the narrow nationalists, as they would name them, you would find the broader nationalists, you would find the communists, you would find the workerists. The list goes on and on. But these are people who became my teachers. And I remember when I graduated from them, they were all happy about me being a member of the liberation movement, that is the ANC. That became my foundation. I then left South Africa during my release from prison. Then I went to Botswana. Then I then moved from Botswana to Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe to Angola, where I did my military training. When I was in Zimbabwe, in Angola, I was then sent to the Soviet Union to do a training for 2 years, military psychology. I came back and I was part of the people who fought to defend Angola in the war that is referred as the Northern Front. Really, if that war was not concerning me, I could not have participated in that war. But it was a war about defending the people of Angola. I did that. And I did that with flying colors. And I'm still proud of me participating in that war because it brought peace in Angola today.
And follow us on AIDO Network International social media platforms and Raia TV social media platform.
Now that I'm meeting all of you, it is such a joy. I am the descendant of those that was taken from Africa, and I'm back. I am back with my brothers, and this is symbolic for the world to see that now we are together. AIDO Network International, Her Highness Grace Iganda, His Highness Paul Iganda, thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for agreeing with me that the time is now for us to unite. The time is now for us to heal, because this is what this program, this is what this journey is about. It's not a program, it's not a conference, it's a journey. And I am so happy and blessed, and so is God, that you have joined this journey in order to reconnect with our brothers and sisters that was taken from Africa to become slaves. No longer are we ever going to allow that in our kingdom.
First, I will mention the moment in which our ancestors were brought to this country from different parts of Africa, such as Congo, Guinea, and Angola, just to mention a few, as slaves during the colonial period, becoming an important factor in the growth of the cities of the time, since their contribution to include being the workforce who constructed city buildings and fortresses, performed hard labor for the local government, and did the domestic chores as well, including raising their master's children.
Yes, Congo, it is the cradle of humankind. Yes, that's where we come from, but God blessed us. We should never feel rejected. Yes, slavery happened. I want to talk about slavery. It is estimated that from 1650, 1860, more than 13 million enslaved Africans were hijacked and forced to Americas. Our people were forcefully taken to slavery. The weeping willow trees, if they could speak, these willow trees could say a lot. The rivers and the seas, if they could speak, they could say a lot. The cries of our brothers and sisters in those slave ships, the cries of our people that were not taken as slaves, their tears, if they could be measured, they would fill the rivers and the oceans of our continent.
How is it possible that Africans that was taken from Africa came to the Americas? And what did we do? We built America. And we built America under slavery, being beaten every day. How is that possible? That tells you how powerful we are. We have built Latin America. We have built the Caribbean. We have built the world. But yet, they say we are weak. They call us monkeys. They call us everything in the book. But somehow, we are powerful. We are able to build the world. Why is it that we are not building Africa? Again, the mindset.
This program is proudly brought to you by Equity Bank Diaspora, Uganda Limited. Our contact person is Winfred Warui. Contact her on her cell phone number, email address, WhatsApp, and for more information, visit the website.
Unfortunately, I need to say the situation of many of our brothers and sisters faced today are still submitted to discrimination, racism, poverty, inequality, which we seek vehemently to eliminate. That is why we need to continue our effort to educate the population about the historical contribution of the Afro-descendants in Panama. It is important for the new generations to understand that they must be proud of their heritage, regardless the obstacles they face.
This is the time for healing. It is time to atone. We're saying, why didn't you come back for me? Why? I am speaking through my ancestors. They're saying, why didn't you come back for me? But how could you? Based on the mindset. You see, the mindset is powerful. It is very powerful. Why didn't you come back? Why are you not back today? Why do you think of me different from you? I am not a woman of African descent. I'm an African woman. You never hear a Chinese saying, I'm a Chinese descendant, or I'm an Italian descendant, or I'm an American descendant. They just say who they are. You know why? Because they know who they are. Do we know who we are? That's the question. They know who they are. Once your mindset is controlled, you will find yourself fighting with each other. Once your mind is controlled, you will be taking and hating, you will be hating each other. Your future generation are coming with this mindset that we have. We cannot rise. We were taught to kill each other. We were taught to destroy each other. This is where corruption begins. We begin to steal from one another, not realizing that we're stealing from self.
Because today our brothers, you find them in the slave trade because these foolish kings and the chiefs who did not understand what was happening, they sold their souls, they sold our brothers for just mere mirrors and fake jewelries. Little did they understood where they were sitting, the minerals underneath, how much they worth. They could have stood up and said no as principal kings, but unfortunately, these are people who are selfish, who sold our brothers and sisters to those criminals who came to took their land and their countries very late. As the king of Embo, Embo simply means the cradle of humankind. I want to profoundly extend my apologies, extend our invitation for cleansing of our brothers and sisters. If opportunities is granted, I further extend the invite for them to come back to our country, to our region in the continent. And this is your home, my brothers who are in the diaspora. Please, I humble myself to you, my brothers and sisters. Me and you are one people. There is no distance between us. We are one people. We cannot allow what happened during the slavery. That must divide us. We are one people. The continent is yours. Feel free to come back. Re-own it. Come back to develop it. It is yours. My brothers and sisters, I am sorry. I'm deeply, deeply sorry for what my predecessors did to you who are in the diasporas. I'm very sorry. I humble myself. Yes, you see me sitting, but I'm on my knees. I'm on my knees to say, please forgive those who did not know what they were doing. It is time, after 400 years, that we must forgive them. Let's meet and do the rituals to cleanse you so that you come back to our people. You come back home, because most of you, the surnames that you are carrying are not yours. You need to reconnect and know who are you.
And follow us on Aido Network International social media platforms and Raia TV social media platforms.
And it's truly a pleasure. I feel at home with my brothers and sisters. You are truly a blessing to us in our region, in Latin America, and also the Caribbean and the world. The message that I have today is for us to unite, is for us to do greater things than we're doing today. And this is such an amazing unity that we are bringing to our people. I want to let His Highness Paul Iganda and Her Highness Grace Iganda, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening not to me, but to God on the mission that I presented to you in the mission, the journey, I should say, the journey of atonement, the journey of reconciliation with our brothers and sisters in the Americas and the Caribbean. I think it's important right now, at this age and time, in order for us to reunite, in order for us to do business, to begin to heal from all of the things that we have been through. The 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce is for us to do business with each other. But it's not just about business, it's about our culture. In our region, we don't know much about Africa. We don't know much about our kings and queens. Recently, I've had His Highness and Her Highness Iganda on radio programs and television programs in our region, and people are so amazed because we did not know that you exist. Kings and queens, we did not know you exist. But with this mission and this agenda that we have, the world is going to know you still exist. The world is going to know the great things that you have done, but the greater things that you're going to do with your brothers and sisters in the Americas. One of the things I would like to also address is that I see unity here. I see love here, but also I see that the world is going to change. Africa is going to change. And I've always said that Africa cannot rise unless you come for your lost children, because we are prepared and we are ready in order to bring the new businesses and the creativity and all the things that Africa needs. We are ready to come and work with you in Africa, and we're hoping that you are ready to work with us.
My queens, my princes and princesses, and members of the diaspora, to say we should build this unity. And as we're building this unity, I would like in closing to honor His Excellency, my brother, the President. Yes, I want to honor you with a chieftaincy title, my President Paul John Agenda. The title that we have agreed as Embo Kingdom, it will be as follows. I declare, the Royal Kingdom of the Embo Nation confer the global chieftaincy title to Paul John Igenda. As from today, you are a global chief of Embo Kingdom. This is your certificate. I don't know if you are able to read it. We want to thank you for your role in building unity in our continent. We want to thank you very much for everything that you have done. Thank you very much. I see the Queen. Thank you very much. This is what it is. Bayete. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Very much for everything.
I would like to officially accept this recognition, and we as IDO, we shall continue working with all our kings, our chiefs, because I believe God has put us in a place whereby we can use our positions to support our people. IDO will be working closely with Embo Kingdom to further some of the objectives that we share. I also agree, as His Majesty spoke, and Dr. Melida Harris also added on it, we need to unite. We need to work together. We need to see each kingdom arise. We need to unite as kings, chiefs, traditional rulers. We all have something unique.
This program is proudly brought to you by Equity Bank Diaspora Uganda Limited. Our contact person is Winfred Warui. Contact her on her cell phone number, email address, WhatsApp, and for more information, visit the website. Thank you very much for watching the program. Till we meet next time, bye-bye.
Join, I don't network to promote sustainable